Alright, hey you guys, this is TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of DeadTube Chapter 8, Betsky Sensei. In this chapter, as always, things are getting very interesting. Because we saw, like, in last month's chapter, wow, it feels like, and it doesn't feel like it's been a month since the last chapter came out. We saw in the last chapter that they revealed who the next person is going to be targeted in this week of DeadTube. And it is Betsky Erie. I believe her name is Betsky Erie. And she's this beautiful teacher with long hair, glasses. She has a small face, big eyes, and big boobs. And she looks like a model. And she's in front of the class, and Machia is sitting in class thinking, like, this is the woman. I'm positive that this is the woman that is being targeted, and the participants of DeadTube could be in his classroom with him right now. And he was like, there's a strong possibility that anybody could be a participant. There are so many ways to have cameras. There are cameras on every phone now, and there are even ways to have small, like, tiny cameras that are pretty much undetectable and can be moved easily. So at the start of class, Betsky asked if anybody wanted to ask. Well, somebody asked a question. She was like, well, this is better than having self-explanations. So she got people to ask questions, and they just started asking, like, off-the-wall questions. And one person raised their hand and said, how many people have you slept with? And I'm sorry, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a band teacher, which I know is probably really off the wall and different from what I do here and what I have a degree in so far, but I would love to be a band teacher. And if one of my students asked me something like that, I probably wouldn't know how to respond. And then she was like, so how many people have you slept with? And Betsky was like, why are you asking me this? And she just kept going on and on, and she was like, why can't you answer something like this? I mean, you're not old, so this isn't something for you to be embarrassed about. And she was like, and Betsky was like, cut it out or I'm gonna get angry. And she kept just egging her on, and Betsky answered. She was like, I only have sex with one person. And Maya was like, really? And she was like, yeah. She pretty much said that it's not about the numbers, it's about quality. And you're proof that those who aim for numbers only experience love of low quality. So she pretty much called her a hoe. And she said that she just has sex with multiple people because she can't find somebody of good quality to have sex with. So a student asked, she was like, so Sensei, you got a love of high quality? And the teacher was like, yep. So that was the end of that discussion. And the next day, Maya comes to school with a ring, and the ring itself she paid 300,000 yen for it, which is about 30,000 US dollars, if I remember correctly. So, well, maybe not 30,000, maybe about 3,000. I think, yeah, I would say it's about 3,000 American dollars. And the kids that were her friends were like, how in the world did you get that ring? That ring was going for like $2,000 if you got connections. She was like, well, I paid 30,000 yen, 300,000 yen. And she was like, I got a loan. They gave me a loan, and she got a loan for 500,000 yen. She was like, it's fine, I'm going to be getting that money back anyway at the end of the week. And Machia, of course, walked by as all this was happening, and she was about to announce that she is a participant of DeadTube, and Machia yelled out her name and snatched her up real quick and took her out to a secluded area where him and Mai normally talk. And he was like, so are you participating in DeadTube? And she was like, yeah, I am, like, nonchalantly. And he pretty much asked her, like, why is she doing this, and does she know about the punishment part of DeadTube? And of course she didn't. She just wanted to have money. She was thinking, oh, I can make 1,000 yen. Is it 1,000 yen? I want to say it's 1,000. So she was like, yeah, I can make 100,000 yen. So she really didn't care. She didn't really read into the consequences of not winning. and Machia was trying to tell her, and she was like, well, the punishment doesn't matter as long as you get views right. So she was going to try to get Betsky to hit her or do something so that way she would be able to get more views on her video, and it didn't work out that way. So she put up a video and she only got 13 views. And she said just with that, she earned 1,300,000 yen. So she said right now she's in first place, and she walked away and she was like, so just shut up and watch. And then the next day, or 2 days later, she storms in class and she yanks Machia out and takes him to go talk to her. And she pretty much tells him that her views weren't going up at all. So right now she's in last place from what I could gather from it. And she is freaking out, like literally freaking out. She doesn't know what to do. And Machi explains to her that there are fees in crimes and they will all be the last place person's responsibility. And he explained, because she showed him a video of the one that got the most views right now, and somebody put 10,000 roses in Betsky's room. So 10,000 roses, if they're 500 yen each, if you fell into last place, that's 5 million yen, about $50,000. About $50,000 she would have to pay because of that. And then breaking and entering, so she might possibly serve jail time. And then if the things get worse, if she continues to be in last place, she is going to put all of those crimes and all of those fines, that rhymed, because I'm awesome. So she was like, so you're a participant, right? So what kind of videos do you do? And she, at first, like 2 days before, she was pretty much telling him that she wasn't going to have sex with him. He wasn't her type. And he was like, well, you're not my type either. And she felt some type of way about that. But she pretty much came on to him and she was like, I'll do whatever. She was like, I'll let you do it one time if you help me get my views up. And of course, Mai comes up out of nowhere and snatches her up and says, you can't, because Machia is my partner. And she was like, who are you? And she called her a pig. Mai called her a pig. She said, quiet pig. And she was like, she pretty much told Maiwa that he doesn't want to do it with an unclean whore like her, that if he was going to do it, it would be with a pure clean girl like her, like Mai. So she pulled him away and she was like, she pretty much told him that he really doesn't need to be concerned with Maiwa. What he needs to be concerned about is getting more views, because once you become a part of DeadTube, you can't pull away. There's nothing you can do about it at that point. Like, once you get started, you can't stop. And the thing that he needs to be worried about is Betsky, not Maiwa. So I guess the next day, Maiwa went and got some more money. She loaned some more money. She loaned about like 3,000 yen. And she was like, yeah, I can pay it back. Just give it to me, blah, blah, blah. She went and bought some like tiny cameras and microphones and all that good stuff. And then she was like, no way in hell am I paying 5 million yen. No way in hell am I going to go to prison. I just need to win views with whatever methods required, right? And then she's like, then I'll try committing some crimes too. And you see her, like the last page is her standing in front of a toilet. I'm guessing that's Betsky's toilet in her house or something. I don't know, which possibly means that she broke and entering, which is another crime that she'd have to pay for if she came in last place. It's just, it is getting pretty intense. This manga is pretty intense. I'm kind of scared. I feel kind of scared for Maiwa's life a little bit, because I feel like things are going to go sour for her. And then if she doesn't win, she's going to have to pay back all that money to those people that she loaned money from, and then it's just a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I feel for her, because it looks like things aren't looking real good for her right now. So yeah, so as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this chapter. How do you feel about the way things turned out? But please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.